everybody. I'm here to give you a quick update on the MI project, previously known as SrcOpsMetrics, but now we have renamed it to the MI, which stands for Meta Information Indicators, and I'll explain in a minute. So just in a brief update to the MI project, we have added a new project that works with MI, and that actually schedules everything. Like in the previous demo, you learned that the thoth-station MI makes analysis of GitHub repositories. So how do we make this work? How do we schedule the workflows for each repository? So we have a MiScheduler project, which actually kind of scans a specific config map where we have stored which organizations we want to now analyze or which repositories we want to analyze. And the configuration map is actually stored in Thoth application, and if you want to perhaps add your repository, if you want us to make analysis on your repository or us to learn new things from anything, you can just go to the Thoth application MiScheduler base, and then you have the configuration map where it's just the simple raw string data, so you can add an organization or your repository there. So the MiScheduler does the whole workflow stuff. So the MiScheduler uses the Argo workflows for each repository it is supposed to inspect. So currently we have thoth-station, AICOE, and yes, if you add your organization or your repository, we can also do analysis on that. So how does it continue? After the workflows are launched, each workflow uses the MI thoth-station MI project, and that is the stuff we done before. That is the analysis of entities. What are entities? An entity can be whatever you want to analyze on GitHub. So, for example, currently we analyze issues, pull requests, and readmes. This is also open to a contribution. So just feel free to, when you want to add a new entity, so we can analyze it, you can just go ahead to the thoth-station MI project and make a pull request. And we extract specific information from these entities and we call it knowledge. Then after we have knowledge, we do the processing of that knowledge. Currently the processing is kind of outdated because its purpose was to process data for visualizations. But now we use superset dashboards, which currently don't need to have processed data because you kind of process the data in the superset. So after you process the knowledge, the end use case is that you can either make the visualizations, which was also demoed before on superset. This was in the demo before, but I have a feeling that superset kind of does not respond currently, so never mind. And this is the one use case, and the other would be in future recommendation. So you briefly know that the aim, I hope I can say that the aim of the thoth-station project is to recommend Python modules. I hope that I'm saying correctly. And so one of the So, and it uses metrics to recommend. And one of the metrics, hopefully, from this project could be a project health metrics or meta information indicator, MI in shortcut. And what would that mean is that we would somehow make a score out of, let's say, Python package, which is available on the GitHub repository. And we would say that, okay, this package is healthy because the contributors are constantly contributing to the code. Or we could say the repository is currently not in active mode, and etc. etc. So this would be I think that is the primary goal of the MI project, and that means that we move the source of metrics to the thoth-station under the MI name. So yeah, so basically the whole pipeline looks like this, and everything from here is under the thoth-station MI. The MI scheduler is just you could say some kind of a launcher of the whole workflow. So I can go and look to the OpenShift, because we now have cron job that launches MI scheduler that launches the MI scheduler, which analyzes the other repos. So I can go and see if it is working correctly, and yeah, so we can go ahead and look. We have a MI scheduler cron job there. Should be available. Yes, we currently do it hourly, but this is probably for a discussion if it has to be hourly or every 2 hours, etc. We'll see. And yeah, last schedule 10 minutes. So I can go and look to the logs if everything's correct, but there was some issues with MI scheduler before, so no, this is probably outdated. I'm sorry that this currently does not work, but there's just one minor thing there that has to be fixed, and yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, and after the cron job launched the MI scheduler, it launches the workflows for every repository in Argo. So yeah, that's about it. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you get the whole classic sorry, on the terminal? How are you showing that? Is it file contains that?
What do you mean? Once again,
yeah, the diagram which you were showing earlier.
Yes.
To present.
Yes.
What is that? How did he do that?
That is, I think that is a tool available online. I think it's called ASCII diagrams or something like that.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I see. So another thing, so about the MI workflow. So each workflow, I see that a MiScheduler will schedule the workflow. So each workflow will run like based upon the repositories of the organization.
Yes.
So
yes,
there will be multiple workflows for each based upon how many repositories there are.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You can either specify the organization, or you can also specify a standalone repository. So whatever you want to analyze. And yeah, as I said before, if you want to contribute by just adding your repository into our configuration map, you're welcome. So.
That's true. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if there are no other questions, thank you for your attention. See you later.